work from home, and so Stanley sat pushing buttons all day without a thought in the world. Until one day, his buttons stopped working. How could this be? How would he do his job? Stanley had to fix this. Stanley stepped out of his office through the door, took the stairway up to check the second floor. To the right, Stanley kept his storage. That was where his instincts led. But instead of right, he set his sights on the room to the left instead. Stanley knew this room was not the proper choice, but he sat down and ignored his inner voice. This whole story thing was something Stanley couldn't comprehend. Let's start over and find a proper end. Stanley's buttons heard blah, blah, blah. You know how this goes. Stanley had to fix this. Stanley took the right-hand door. No, Stanley, right. It appeared that Stanley wasn't very bright. Now the story's utter rubbish, and it's frankly all your fault. Your disdain for my directions brought our plotline to a halt. Let me see if I can get us back on course. Oh dear, now how'd we find ourselves outdoors? I admit this all seems foreign, but I loathe to recommend we start over and find a proper end. Or at least something with air conditioning. Hang on, Stanley, I have an idea. Let's try something different. This should make our story shine the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Now the plot is much more clear. Why did it lead us into here? That's not right. Surely not. Is this much closer to the plot? How's it worse with every turn? Oh, isn't this a lovely fern? Well, isn't it? No, I suppose it isn't. My standards are just becoming painfully low. Stanley took the... Hold on, Stanley has disappeared. Stanley slept through his alarm, just as I feared. Well, our story doesn't need him. What did Stanley ever do? We'll find him a replacement, like you. Yes, it's perfect. This new Stanley's much improved. Other than the fact that Stanley hasn't moved. Come on, make us a decision. Think like Stanley. Play pretend. Oh, I wouldn't. Oh, you did. Then it's time for me to bid you and Stanley a proper end. But the video had so little budget that instead of a massive fiery explosion, it simply cut to black.
And with that, let's start over and find the proper end. Or not. How is everyone doing? How's your day been? I'm here. I'm on time. Is music not playing? Or is this like really soft music? Soft music. Yes. Normally I start with Pokemon. You know, Pokemon Hatsune Miku music since... I want to say copyright, but like, I think that's also copyrighted. Like the Pokemon music. But I have played Stanley Parable before on my channel, and since I think that is like over 3 years ago. I think it's over 3 years ago since I ever played that. Or 2 years. I thought it looked fun to redo again on Twitch. From a fresh start. As they say, you know, let's start over and find the proper end. But yeah, so that is gonna be the theme for today. But like me, since Saturday, yeah, actually it's going a bit up and down. Like, Sunday and Monday were fine, they were chill days and that sort of stuff. Tuesday was my government stuff, and my government stuff is, you know, usually just a talking meeting actually from like an hour or so. But I got belly pain yesterday, my stomach hurted, and you know, that you like, that like every fart is like, you know, that you go to the toilet and you like that like half your guts coming out, but like, so I still feel it today, like over yesterday and today I felt like my stomach is hurting, but like, and also to that I felt a bit nauseous, but you know, we're still working, we're still up, walking, wandering around. So besides that, actually the week has been fine, I guess. Yeah, short but powerful. Short but powerful. Also, let me search up real quick. smell that? Something's burning. When was the first version? 3 years ago. On the 3rd of May of 2020. A few months after I became a transgender. Or openly transgender. I think most of you I didn't even notice until then. 3 years ago. To think. I've been doing this for 5 years. I've been doing this for 5.5 years already. Oh yeah, I have one thing that is funny that I want to tell actually. You know, 2 weeks ago I went to a therapist. Or, you know, since I struggle with who I am and, you know, what is my identity, basically. Which I partially know, but I also feel I partially struggle. Or the main gist of it, like, in real life, I do care a lot about what other people think of me, or what other people say of me, or I'm really busy with, like, if somebody outside on the street looks at me, you know, I'm busy with that, like, even if it's not, like, meant as harmful, it still sticks with me, and, yeah. I've learned to get better with that, but, like, it still feels like it sticks me. And when I told that, you're at least 5 years. Am I 5 years old? Am I 5 years old? Nobody knows. Yeah, technically I'm at least 5 years old. But if people want to know how old I am, I'm 26. I'm way too old. Over a few years I can join the 30 plus Vtuber club, but I think then it's going to be trending to be 40 plus a Vtuber. But yeah, basically I struggle with that, and you know, people outside like thinking, and for the therapy I had to like fill in a question list, and that was more for her to see, you know, she has a lot of points that hit on this, like this disease, or like autism or ADHD and that sort of stuff. Yeah, dox myself, I'm 26 years old. Ooh. You know, you wanna know a fun fact actually? I doxed the previous location where I lived in by accident. Like at my previous city where I lived, I doxed that location, that city. I think multiple times. when we start over, I find the proper end. No, but like, I actually, like, I think at my beginning of my VTubing, my Twitch career, I doxed myself by accident, and my sister said, you shouldn't say that, Elise. I was like, yeah. And, hi, Aurora, how's live? And, I also, like, when I read my old LMS story that I made in 2020, I realized I doxed my living city without people knowing, because nobody read LMS back then, and now I'm making it lore, because nobody's gonna read it anyway, so. So yeah, I'm good at doxing myself. Or I've become better at preventing it. Kimono, or no, what is that guy called? Ja, kimono, right? Already? I just started. Oh, come on, that wasn't it. Okay, give me a minute. But yeah, the question list, the fun thing that we'll talk about. The question list, you know, was the thing is, okay, I filled it in, and she really quickly showed it me, my therapist. Zark isn't here yet, you know. And, she showed me it really quick, and, the funny thing is, like, there was a good chance I had autism, but there was a really, really good chance, like a high 99% chance that I have ADHD. And I talked to a lot of people this week with that question, because people want to know how I went to the therapist, and a lot of people say to me, Elise, I wouldn't be surprised if you had ADHD. And I find that so funny fun. Am I disconnecting? Wait, I opened both of them, right? I apparently not opened the both. Am I still live? Okay, I guess I'm alive. I guess I'm alive. So yeah, like a lot of people aren't surprised if I have ADHD, which I find funny. So even K-pop Demon Hunter, I see. Oh. Where is... Well, I wonder what's gonna be. What's gonna be its viewer's choice? So, but yeah, today I want to actually replay through Stanley Parable and try to get like every ending that is possible in the game from memory and that sort of stuff. Dark Resonator, so dark type Elise. Got it. With or without belly? I forgot to ask. I assume with belly. With baby. But like the idea is that basically that I'm gonna do like Stanley Parable. I have done it before, so I know most of the game. But I wanted to try to do every ending. No, it's playing down. It's playing here. It's playing on Spotify, as you can see. Why is it not? See? It's playing on Spotify. Look below at the desk. Why is it not updating again? Oh, it is updating. Yeah, I thought this episode to be special, and you know, I started this episode with like this song.
This is the story.
You know this song?
Named Stanley, a simple man with a moderately simple job, to sit at his desk and push buttons.
You know this song, right?
His job was so simple, in fact, he could even work from home. And so Stanley sat pushing buttons all day without a thought in the world.
You know this song. So, yeah, this is primarily gonna be a memory check, I think. If you can call it that. So. Yeah, you said you were Dutch and were from the Netherlands, so I tried to prove it and I proved otherwise, so. You know I didn't mean it, and that sort of stuff. But yeah. There is no, like, I'm gonna say, no backseating unless I ask for it. In sense of like, you know, I ask for help. But... What am I just... you know, I didn't mean it. Hang on. Why are we hanging on? I'm getting scared. Starting both times you booted up the game. A lot of people don't take the step serious, they just leave the clock set at 12. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. That's how I know that you care about the experience, you're paying attention. I don't have any way of knowing if the times you're setting are correct. Tell you what, I'll make you a deal. Since you've been so cooperative, next time you boot up the game and see the screen, just set the clock to your favorite time. Go ahead and pick whatever time you want, even though correct time, you've earned it. I forgot this one. I forgot this one. There is no bucket yet. I know there is a bucket, and I know that makes things different. Yeah, I always said stop, right? Yeah, 11:11. Or 9:09. 9:09, 11:11, 12:12. I know one ending. I know two endings. Like, I know two endings, but for the second one, I need the bucket. So...
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk and
pushed buttons all day long.
And he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push.
Would that be a fun stream if I just sit here press random buttons? No.
This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year. And although others might have considered
actually, no.
Stanley relished
now that I think of it, that will be a fun idea. It's a fun, like, mock-up. You know, on fun mock-up stream. Be like, we're gonna do the Stanley Parable. I just open, like, that hikers type thing and you're just gonna sit pressing buttons, you know.
And then one day, something very peculiar happened.
And just sit there the whole time pressing buttons. And people be like, Elise, are you okay?
Never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that
Not even April Fool's Day. Like the next time I play Stanley Parable, I just open like that and be like sitting here pressing buttons for the whole day.
Call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong.
Like stuff like that would be fun, like a Stanley Parable stream. But like also stuff like working streams. I've been thinking about doing a working stream or something, but I don't know yet.
He got up from his desk and stepped out of his office. All of his co-workers were
I know also one thing that I can do, but I forgot how you do it.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No
Like,
matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the game for its insightful and witty commentary into the nature of video game structure.
sorry if you're watching this in the dark, you'd be like, flashbang!
Narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think? Isn't this a fun and unique place to be?
And now it's a bit bright.
Take a minute.
My eyes! Ah, my eyes!
Okay, I'm over it now. What do you think? Are you sick of this gag yet?
How do I pass this?
Then in that case, we'll continue. But now, here comes the real question. What do you think would have happened if you had told me that you wanted this to stop? Do you think it would have been particularly different? Would I have taken the same idea but rephrased it superficially to fit that answer?
I don't have my absent light
Would
modes.
even have thought of it if I hadn't brought up the issue in the first place. Oh, now think about it. Will it be worth it for you to restart and then come back here?
You're like after
just
dark,
to do
after
the
the
other
strawberry
option?
thing, but like in
Clearly,
dark mode.
this whole gag takes some time. What if the other option is even longer? How long will you spend in total just to have heard all the narration? Oh, and this is Rich.
Crazy people, like me, you know.
Now you've come to see what happens in this one. So, what do you think?
You know,
Which choice
I jump in a realm full of light.
You, on your first playthrough, how tantalizing it would be not knowing what happens when you pick the other option. Indeed, you are one of the lucky
Crazy,
ones.
I was never crazy. They
If
put
the
me in a
other
white
option
room.
is really miserable to listen to, then perhaps you're not. In fact, I'm just going to say that no one who's listening to this is lucky.
Oh, I would be lucky.
I've built up the other options so much that I'm going to stop talking and leave you to your decision whether to come back here, continue with the game, or just sit in this spot forever and ever.
What can you do? Is this like a boom class situation? Hey, they put me in a white room. Do you think this will be a white rubber room? Where are the rats? Where are the rats? Did somebody put the rats down here? Well, I guess let's start over and find the popper ant. They are coming. Now I want to know, eh?
All of his co-workers were gone.
I want to know.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. At first, Stanley assumed he'd broken the map until he heard this narration and realized it was part of the game's design all along. He then praised the
I
game
forgot,
for its
which way do you get the
insightful
broom
and witty
closet
commentary
again?
into the nature of video game structure and its examination of structural narrative tropes. So, now that you're here, what do you think?
Left.
Isn't this
Right.
a fun and unique
I mean
place to
right.
be? Why don't we take a minute just to drink it all in? Okay, I'm over it now.
Okay,
What
left,
do you think? Are you
left,
seeing this gag yet?
left.
Well, I don't know how to say this politely, but you could literally just hit escape and restart the game any old time you want. Like, right now. You could have done it just then.
I could.
Now would also be an appropriate
Yeah,
time.
I could
Any of
quit.
these points and so many, many more, all of them...
Yeah, so what are you gonna do about it,
I'm
narrator?
enjoying what seems to be an internal conflict going on where you are literally unable to act on your own desires to restart the game. So,
No, I'm not gonna do it. No.
I'm going to try and make this as miserable as possible and see how long you can maintain. There once was a man named Stanley, who people considered so manly. But the truth must be told, he was not very old and was quite particularly gangly.
Should I feel attacked?
Stanley liked most was buttons. He pushed them like some kind of glutton. He did it all day
Should I feel
in
attacked?
a meaningful way.
Need
But
damage.
his brain held cease to function. Which is why he is in this parable and lives an existence quite terrible. And if you are not strong and keep playing along, you too will
Should I feel attacked by this, by the way?
You too will become
Family of the Family. Are we done yet, narrator? You know I'm not gonna press the button, restart the game because you told me to do. So I'm not gonna do it. I mean, the music is like calming. You can't deny that, like the music is calming. Me? A bread? What are we talking about? I'm not gonna... Yeah, bread, I'm bread behavior. You know, on the other hand, like on the other hand, I'm getting curious. Like, I want to repress the game, but on the other hand, I want to see curious if there's something after the music. Bread behavior. Do you think there's anything after the music? Die Brett hit his head on a Brett with Brett. So, what have you guys done today? Besides being stuck in a white, fleshy room. Are the rats coming? Rats! Hello, rats! I don't see any rats. Continue your structure deck, nice. Brett als brot. Ah, the music is done. Hello? Nothing? Fine. Well, let's start over and find the proponent.
All of his co-workers were gone. Oh, please. Are you really just doing this for the achievement? Click a door 5 times. Is that all that you think an achievement is worth?
I already got the achievement, but yes.
I can't just give these merits away for such little effort. A measly 5 clicks. Now suppose you were to click the door 20 times. I would say that's the kind of effort that warrants recognition.
Clicking, clicking, clicking.
I have to say, I'm still not feeling the satisfaction of witnessing true effort for a noble cause. Perhaps 50 clicks will do it. Yes, almost certainly.
Why do I do this? I already have the achievement. Am I crazy? Yeah, I'm crazy. I'm insane. What are you talking about?
No, I'm still not feeling it. I want this achievement to have meant something. It has to be a true reward for
click, 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 click.
Some hustle, Stanley.
You know the worst part.
Commitment,
hey.
A willingness to go all the way, no matter
you know the worst part? I already have like fit this achievement.
Clicks into door number 417.
417. Still funny, indeed.
Oh, great. Now, go click a few times on door 437.
Yeah, that resonated deck now. Oh, where's 437? This is 430. Oh, there.
Excellent. I think we're getting somewhere. Now, door 415. Let's get
no, I don't have the 5 achievement. 450. Like, I don't have, like, the play the whole Tuesday one. Play the whole Tuesday, played for a year, I think. And what's the other one? I don't know what this other one.
To door number 437.
Can I run this game? I can't run. Like, which achievement do I have? Oh yeah, complete the Stanley Parable under 4 minutes and 22 seconds, not including load times. So in the speed run. Super go outside, don't play the Stanley Parable for 10 years. And commitment, play the Stanley Parable for the entire duration on Tuesday. Yeah. On a PC with the monitor on.
Let's see. How about you click on, well, I don't know, the copy machine.
The copy machine? Where is the copy machine? Yeah, it is 10 years not playing. Wait, what is a copy machine again? I know I don't have a job, and I'm a jobless, but like, what's a copy machine again?
All right, back to room 417. I'm really feeling it now. I think we're getting
I
somewhere.
don't feel it. Why am I doing this? Why am I an idiot?
Okay, now go climb on employee 419's desk. Yes! This is great! You're putting it all on the line, Stanley. I like that. All right, let's keep it up. Go give me a few clicks on door 416.
416, got it, boss! I don't know what it is, but like... it's pretty where you put your ass on to have pictures of it.
We've almost got it! Now the copy machine, do that one again!
Okay, time for a nice picture again.
Finish it off, Stanley! 5 clicks on door... Yes! We did it! Oh, wow. That felt amazing. Oh, you really earned it, Stanley. Nothing could hold you back. Yes, I'm very proud of how far we've come today. Just think, only a few minutes ago, you believed an achievement was worth 5 little clicks. Really now? What were you thinking?
I still think it was worth 5 little clicks. I was thinking to make that joke, but I was like, you know, I'm gonna be appropriate and, you know, I'm gonna be, you know, nice for once. I'm not gonna make a sex joke. But yeah, it did sound like he... I've always found, like, this one interesting. Like, I didn't want to make, like, a sex joke, but, like... it did indeed sound like he finished. Hey, I'm behaving. I'm not saying anything anymore. My lawyers... Yeah, for plus 10. Yeah, a scarf to like as I said, to compensate. I was thinking of the same joke, so.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left, my left.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Click, 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 click.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood
between us, sir. Between us. Who would design, like, a lounge room like this? Like... you know?
Yes, really, really worth it. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Hey, I'm just discussing some, like, room decorations with people, how to lay out a room. Yeah, but, like, you can easily, like, if you forget...
Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Now, if everyone left, then there's no need to go left back again, eh? But, like, you can easily, like, you know, dunk. You know, if I would work at this company, I would just, like,
Stanley sat around waiting for more dialogue. But when a long time had passed and there was no more, he decided that the game was trying to send him a message.
What message? I would be some person that comes here, works here, like, sits in the lounge, you know, gets a thing, and he'd be like, dunk. Which message? What message are you trying to send me? Huh? Is that the message? I can read that. Yeah, that would be really funny. Message? Message, message. I want to see that. Why do you want to see me plunge like this against the ground?
But at last, he'd had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
I don't know. Should be cursed. True.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
This time won't stop me because I can't read.
But in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
As I said, this sign won't stop. You know, this sign won't stop me because I can't read. And was there a sign? I can't read, so.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
I
to
will
go
do
to
a
the meeting
backflip
room.
this time.
Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I will do a backflip this time. Yeah, free ice cream at the bottom. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Click, 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 click.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer.
I was reading that. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. Let the ball beside you, take it out passively, aggressively on other coworkers. Resent coworkers not for supporting you more. Use these slides to assure employees that everything is okay. Make sure your slide has a sick blue graphic in the header and throw some bevel on all the text. This will ensure a calm and productive work environment. Elise.exe has stopped working. Okay, and maybe I can't read. Maybe I can read, so what? Add. Yeah, true. Rate the which charts on the same slide depict the same information. Rates of increased grass per slide. Yeah. Please, no more charts, please. I'm begging, stop. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle the top 20 things you love most about your boss. Fill in the applicator to become your boss application specialist. In personal coffee. Another employee like yourself, but more inclined towards conflict, less the kind of person who initiates conflict. Why did we hire you? Yeah, I don't know. Why did you hire me? Why am I hired? Each stint takes time, said the Ram when the dart was cut as EPI, EP and gold. Tips for not getting fired. Talk less, do unbelievably amazing at work all the time, every day, with no expectation of promotion or recognition. Don't get fired. But I don't have a job. I don't have a job. Synergy core value expedition, shift global market play, and monetize free to play. Monetize free to play? If I could react, I could stand on the chairs too on this one. Wait. Could stand on the chairs, right? If we don't make mistakes, just a happy little accident. I'm on the chair. No. I thought you could stand on the chairs on the table. If I remember correctly. Standard craft 40 times wider. Not efficient. Oh. Please no more charts, I'm begging. Oh yeah, welcome back, Ed.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here.
There is something here.
And got back on track.
No. There is something here. I see a wrench. Whatever that is.
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to
No.
follow.
You don't tell me that there was nothing here.
To still be here.
You told me there was nothing here, but I told you there was something here and you don't believe me, so... welcome back, Scar.
It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything.
I'm looking around.
If there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in
No.
As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet buffet.
I'm not hiding in the closet and I'm not coming out of the closet. No. I was just...
Are you really still in the broom closet?
Yes.
Standing around doing nothing?
No, I wanted to name things.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I'm naming things because you told me there was nothing here. And I'm also talking to my Twitch chat. That is there.
You realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out.
No.
It didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story.
My closet. My closet now. Get your own broom closet.
Thought to mention it.
Get your own broom closet. Okay, but where were...
To you, this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending?
Hey, wait, that text
The
is
broom
different.
Closet ending was my favorite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
Do you guys find this concerning? Do you?
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's
Okay, now I'm not coming out of the closet. If you're gonna hurt my feelings and you know make fun of me,
drugs and hookers.
not finding this concerning. You know what I can say? You know what I can say? I probably can say to
Well,
people.
I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here, when a physical malady of some sort shut down your central nervous system and you collapsed on the key.
Give me the drugs and hookers.
Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your
I'm dead
body
apparently, guys. Having a wife of fun
before it
stream.
begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. They have fallen prey to any number of your countless human physiological vulnerabilities. It's indicative of the long-term sustainability of your species. Please remove their corpse from
skeleton
the
was it.
area and instruct another human to take their place, making sure they understand basic first-person.
But like, you know what I can say if people say this is concerning? I just can say I probably have ADHD and be like, ha ha ha.
So that the irony
And
and
do I
insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
And do you need do you need,
Just step out into the hallway.
you know, if it's like for how to be funny, is it like that ending you need like the bucket, right? If I remember correctly. Do you need that? Like, I think you need that. Yeah, you need the bucket for that. Damn it. I wanted to clean the skeleton out of the closet like next week. I said 2 weeks ago. Should we go out of the closet? Hey, look, guys, I'm coming out of the closet.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you. You too? Unbelievable. I'm at the mercy of an entire species of invalids. Perhaps there's a monkey nearby you can hand the controls to. A fish? Fungus? Look, you can hammer out the details. I'm not particularly picky.
Another one?
I'll just be waiting for when you're ready to pick up the story again.
Do we have a monkey? Do we have a monkey nearby? A fish? Blap 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 blap.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
The bucket does a lot. Money in the morning, money in the evening, money for breakfast, money crisp. Huh. What would that be? That looks like such a weird road, to be honest. It looks like such a weird road. Maybe on the construction. Fish cake. Can I flush the toilet? The elevator? Hey, who did that? I think it's haunting in here. I think it's haunting in here. So sorry. You mean this elevator? What does that say? Lamb, the most expensive boss. Or I am the most expensive boss. Oh, that's just you. Door open. I think in my own playthrough I sat here for like a minute or two and then be like, is there something here? I don't think there's something here. Oh, we don't need to fall weepy now, do we? Elevator ASMR. Is it coming from here? Went down, right? No, then we're going up. We're going up, guys. We're going up. I can't even break the elevator. How sad.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Haha,
So
boop.
the boss had assigned it an extra
Wait, tell us something.
number, 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer
You told
luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passage.
You told me the code. Now I'm going back into the elevator. Let's cool off. God damn it. Are you supposed to go up or down? How about that? Was down, right? I don't know if you can go up. Yeah, I know you can go up from when you go down, but...
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now?
Pushing
when for
buttons.
years it had never occurred to him.
I'm
This
good at pushing
question
buttons
would
to
not
destroy
go
random things.
unanswered for long. Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
This way?
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Aurora. I mean, I already jumped off a platform and plunged to my death, so
The
don't want
door
to be...
behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around. And
I
get back
played
on track.
Superliminal on a stream. I could redo that too. I mean, I played it like 4 years ago.
Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Ooh, red light. Ooh. True, 1984. Is this not the museum?
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man. And so he resigned and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life. Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body,
Mom?
killing him
Is that you?
instantly.
Oh, the narrator. Is this the afterlife?
Just a few minutes before Stanley would restart
Mommy,
the game
mommy.
back in his office as alive as
Mommy,
ever.
mom,
What exactly did the
mommy.
narrator think he was going to accomplish? When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now? Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
No, I didn't see that. I am already dead from the moment I start. Does that mean this is like... The blueprints show the office from the beginning of the game. The path from Stanley office to the door, that was the first part of the game that was built. Sections have been added and altered throughout development. Mommy, what? Turn down for what? So this is Stanley's office. He's walked into there. Wait, he can walk into there. What's here to his right normally? Oh, there's a window, I assume. The pacing of the opening section is important. You get it right. The corridors be moved and all to make sure the player reaches the two doors in a good time. Silly sprinkle. The set of two open doors were the very first concrete piece of the Stanley Parable's design. Once the room was created, the rest of the game engaged as an extension of exploration, contradicting the room post. Office computers. Hey, saturate. Filing cabinet. Is this all the afterlife? A section of the sounds used throughout the game. Buttons are pressed. Each sound is a mix of a keyboard stroke and a synthesized tone. Get it. The boss's office. Huh. Office clock. Freedom ending. The elevator. Wait, is this the where I came from?
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free.
Hey, handle. Switch.
Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
No, I can't.
No, perhaps not. Sometimes these things cannot be seen. But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press.
There's like a giant block on my window. My outer window.
As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
How do I stop?
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let...
Ah. Yeah, I'll be listening now. I don't think I can listen anymore, with my scroll crashed. Okay, let's speedrun this. If I can speedrun this.
The meeting room. Yes, that's where everyone would be. Stanley just needed to get to the meeting room, and from then on, he would never be alone ever again.
Why are we talking about me being alone again?
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Get to 845. Is this possible to speedrun in 4 minutes and 33 seconds?
There was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go...
Actually, I should have gone into the broom closet again.
Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Actually I should have gone to the broom closet again.
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What? Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as
I'm in a rush.
possible, he didn't even have a single minute to just let the narrator talk.
I'm in a rush.
That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming new age music.
I should have looked at the time.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly...
Hi Kitsune, welcome to the Stanley Parable. How's life? I'm trying you to be quick and the narrative you're like, no, Elise, we can be quick. Calm, calm and relax. Calm, soothe the mind.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But welcome to the same kitchen.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television.
I don't think it's possible for 3 minutes to enter
What horrible
the
secret did this place hold? Stanley thought.
I'm not
to
thinking
himself.
that.
Did he have the strength to find out?
I almost walked into the abyss again.
Now the monitors jumped to life.
Yes, so what's the goal? Just to get all the endings again?
Each bore
Yeah.
the number of an
I'm gonna
enemy.
try to get every ending in the game
Stanley's
from memory.
characters, the lives of
6
so
to
many
5% players.
individuals reduced to images on a screen.
I mean,
And
that
Stanley,
moment alone is 2 minutes.
eternally monitored in this place.
So I'm like in a minute, I think.
And nothing. This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason
don't think
he
I'm
was
gonna get
happy
it
with his
this
boring
run.
job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life.
I
in
think that,
someone
like, you
else's
need to
control.
chill out at least. That moment, huh? That moment.
Think of it, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert
I don't think I'm gonna
its
get it.
terrible power over another human life.
Did I press the correct button? I saw big button. I was like, press.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
But how's life gets in?
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Should be the right one.
Where had
Yeah.
his code
But I don't think at the time it's because like
How had he
49.
been freed from the machine's grasp?
I like was 49 when I was in the
What did this
office.
strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him. For it was not
I'm doing
light,
fine.
even
Well,
dark.
it could have been better a bit because I'm feeling a bit ill, but
happiness.
besides that.
Perhaps
And we're playing the Stanley Parable because
But
yeah.
to let go.
this is not gonna be the
No
unless the
longer
start was like
knowing
20 seconds.
Where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
You're
It
feeling
was
ill, why that?
perhaps the only thing.
Get this door, hurry up. Jesus.
Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yeah.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin. The feeling of liberation.
Is it even possible to do this in like less than 4 minutes 33?
Path before him. This was exactly the way, right now,
Yeah, 80 miles.
that things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
It will get better soon. I didn't get the achievement. Again! One more try.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
There is different dialogue here. Yeah, not perfect enough. Yeah, but the game is also so
Stanley
slow,
came to
huh?
a set of 2 open doors. He entered the door on his left.
It was so slow. Like,
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
I'm coming back for you,
Stanley
broom
decided to
closet.
go up to his boss's
I'm coming back for you.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm coming back for you, broom closet.
Okay, I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. Dark secrets, the keypad. Stanley pushes some buttons. Oh, hey, look, it's a new passageway. Kill surprise.
I think the game... this should speed up things, I guess. I hope. Never gets old.
Straight ahead through the large door that read,
I think we all know the drill by now. Blah, blah, blah. I almost in the last one walked off here, but because there's an ending too, I know.
Television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Blah, blah, blah.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images
Can you
of
hurry up?
and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Like, I think that blah, blah, blah really helped.
Facility. It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy
No, I'm
with
off
his
you.
boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Yeah, I did.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly
Oh,
blind
people
to
say
the
that I
world?
should, like, doing this.
Here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored
Now I'm
and
off you.
commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that
The best way to do is to complete the freedom ending once or twice over. The narrator will automatically open the secret passage for you. Keep resetting until you get the short hallway that leads directly to the set of 2 open doors. Then just book it.
blackness and a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it
Now need the door to get open quick.
Yes. He had
I
won.
don't think I will get it. Like,
He had defeated the machine, unshackled himself
4 minutes,
from
22
someone
seconds.
else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had
I
his
think I'm getting this.
co-workers gone? How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
why can't this door just instantly open? No, it has to go slowly. We're gonna have like an inner monologue.
Happiness.
That takes
Perhaps
way
his
too many
goal
time,
had
you
not
know.
been to understand, but to let
Literally, this door only alone takes
No
like a minute to
longer would anyone
open.
Tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his.
This door alone takes a
That was all
minute
he
to open.
needed to know. It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing.
Yep.
Stanley stepped through the open door. Stanley felt the cool breeze
4 minutes
upon
22.
his
That
skin.
was. I think it's just a bit too
Feeling of
long.
liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him.
If
was
this
exactly
counts
where,
part of it,
right now,
then
things were meant to happen. And Stanley was happy.
but it doesn't include load times. So no achievement. Damn it.
Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them. It was only a matter of time.
Who's been following me? Now, yeah, people suggest indeed that you do the freedom ending and a few times over, because then, as you saw, he automatically opens the secret passageway. And you need to recess until you get the short hallway that leads directly to the set of 2 open doors. So, yeah, you need a special beginning to make it. Is someone following me? Who's following me? Who of you are following me?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the
Just
correct
because you're
way
not
to
paranoid
meet
doesn't
him.
mean you're
Stanley knew it perfectly well.
Are you following
Perhaps he
me?
wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes.
Yeah, wow, this room.
But eager, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Yeah, that isn't. I have like certain redeems that do that
Stanley
stuff.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left.
Left?
Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake.
My right, your right, my left.
No! Why did I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly...
Scarred me, jump scared to
Hold
death.
on for a minute, please.
I mean, we're stuck here anyway for the minute.
Now, let's see. We went down, right, left, down, left,
So.
right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
You're sure about that, narrator? I mean, you first said left, that was not the correct way, and then said right, that was not the correct way, now I need to go that way. Oh, hi Freddy. What are you doing there, Freddy? Yeah, Freddy, my power is not down, I still have power, so... And it's not 6 AM yet, I know, it's like 10 PM. It's not even not 10 PM, it's almost 8 PM. So what are we doing here, Freddy? Freddy, come on. Freddy. Where did you go, Freddy?
Emotional damage.
Do I go this hallway? Do I? Not my life points. I'm not playing Yu-Gi-Oh at this point. Can I like jump on things? Oh, wait. Ow! Why are you throwing TNT in my face? Oh, I think you were that bad. Oh, wait. What did I achieve? Completely nothing. But am I proud of it? Yeah, I'm proud of it. I love you too. Spent 5 minutes here to get on this thing. iPad.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes.
Okay.
Okay. We just
I don't see anything.
Who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
But I wondered for...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I should have checked for like... that awaiting input computer. I don't know if it does something. Like, I don't know if it does something, like... Oh, there's no more computer awaiting input. Oh. Yeah, every small victory is a victory. But I want to wander far off track. I'm not a girl to follow the rules.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors?
No, I didn't do anything.
Story somewhere, or...
No.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the
Yeah,
one who wrote
I'm
the
just
story.
following your stupid story.
Right,
Or maybe
just
I
a
tried
minute
to.
ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere. Okay, then. It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Eeny, meeny, miny, go. You're the one I want to go. Oh, it didn't matter. In here? Story. Hello? Are you here, Story? Story. Story, hello? What did you guys and girls do with the story?
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before.
I feel like I'm walking in
Do
circles.
we need to
I'm
do
looking at the
something
computer at the
in
also before the keycard.
Well, I find it unlikely that
Ate
we'll
it.
progress by
Ah.
starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
Everything seems normal.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
At the office before the
Stanley decided
keycard.
to go to the meeting room. Perhaps
Which
he
office?
simply missed a memo.
Ah, I fixed the computer, guys, by meshing the keyboard.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Fine, let's go back. And find the proper end. You will literally go in circles.
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The
Apparently we're not going in
story.
circles.
Here it comes.
Or are we going in circles again?
No, wait, never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps. Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all.
Nice,
Is
lovely
this the
place.
story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct?
Is this your new office building?
Do you remember, Stanley?
No.
Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations! I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so good job.
So...
No, I don't feel
I bet.
this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
I did put in some actual
Fair and
work.
square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Apparently I didn't took any works.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
Fine, I'll behave and follow the line. The Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Now the story is much more clear. Why did it lead us into here? Hold on, that is not right. Where's the music? I want the funny music with the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Where are we going?
You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there?
I don't know, you
Or
told me
in
it's your
another
line.
way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such
Wait,
that
am
a
I walking in
destination
circles?
is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself? Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute. Just stick with me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct
Yeah,
of
I don't get what you're
subjective
thinking.
experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence rests
Oh, this
inside
is
of
neat walking in
your
circles.
subjective experience of this office, is this office in fact the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective?
What were we talking about? I'm not paying attention.
Got a bit weird back there.
What we're talking about?
I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all
What
that.
did he say? I was not paying attention. I was too fascinated by walking in circles.
Is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
Cupcakes are yummy. Guys, how do I walk over the ceiling? How do I walk over the ceiling? Turn of gravity. Da 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 da. Yeah, this is funny. It's funny. I have to think about. No, I have to think about the Stanley Parable song again. Like, but isn't this a lovely firm? It isn't, eh? Mine standards just got very, very low.
Wait, cut the music. Go back and look at that
Oh.
fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story. Make sure you study it closely and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
Do we remember the fern? I'm a goddess, yeah. Is it a good firm? I want my music back.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No.
No,
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell? Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you...
I want the music back.
Everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore. To hell with it. Restart.
I want my line. Can I have the music back?
You know what, Stanley?
Cost the
I
line.
say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right? Why can't we make up our own story?
I want the music back.
Exciting, daring, mysterious.
Yeah, someone crossed the line.
This all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
$437. Huh.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path.
I haven't seen
a new
anything about the
story
firm
for
later.
Elise. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination.
Walking.
Whatever
No.
it might
We're
be,
gonna walk in
Stanley,
the circles. No.
I'm
No.
ready
No.
for it.
No, we're gonna walk in the circles. Wait, did I? Wait. Is this actually like? Someone actually designed the hallway like in circles? Or in squares?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
Give me the music back and I'll give you your veto.
Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
How can I get into the roof? How do I wall climb?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay, so I know that each story has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere at the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn,
You can't put me busy in a round room and ask me to walk in circles. Elise wouldn't be surprised if he had HDHD, you know? I would be surprised. No, Elise wouldn't be surprised. Why is that?
And since the answer is clearly yes, then by all accounts, the door on the right is the correct one. Another victory.
For the walk in circles to attention.
Come, Stanley, our destiny awaits.
To the left, right?
Oh, hold up, what's this?
18 hours?
The confusion ending. You're telling me that's what this is?
The fade from the maintenance room and up in the monitor room, then it restarts the game.
Restart the game what, eight times?
Aimless, discovered the door room, a many addition door, aimless wandering, narrator restarts the game.
Determined?
DuckTales, yeah.
So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall. Well, who consulted me? Why don't I get to decide? Why don't I get a say in all of this? Is it really? No, it can't be.
After a long time, Stanley dies.
I don't want the game to keep restarting. I don't want to forget what's going on.
And you got already.
Like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't.
So somebody restart the game.
Do it. And the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know?
Narrator forgot about previous restarts, standing plans to play the story was prevented, unable to go anywhere, do anything. The game restarts on its own. Find the line again, begin following the line, find an identical replica of the office that had begun to deteriorate. Attempt to make up a story here, narrator restarts the game. There's no longer an office, simply black space. Under the black space, find a bookstore, gets bored to leave, narrator restarts the game. Narrator is gone after a long time, Stanley dies.
Not the destination. So I hope that's where we are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime, if you... Someone was following Stanley. He was sure of it. If he checked over his shoulder now, he would surely catch them.
Who's following me?
It was only a matter of time.
Huh? Whiz? The end is never the end, the end is never the end, 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 is never. God, how do you get to Stanley Parable too? 394 people are following you.
A set of two open doors. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I want the music back from the Stanley Adventure Ball line.
A work of art. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Is the narrator British? I don't know. As the narrator. Was there a way to get down there? Hey, what do I see there? It was me! I see the Stanley Parable Adventure line. Yeah.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here.
Do
I'm
we?
not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize it invests in you, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I'm pretty sure you can land on the truck.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Why are you sorry? You don't need to be sorry.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting
I thought you
room.
could like land on the
Stanley
truck,
knew it perfectly
if I remember
well.
correctly.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first.
For not being
just to
funny.
admire it.
We're funny enough. And that sort of
Stanley
stuff.
loved this incredible room.
Ow.
Stanley, for the first but eager to get
Ow,
back to
why did you
business,
blow me up?
Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his... Oh no, no, not again. I won't be part of this. I'm not going to encourage you. I'm not going to say anything at all. I'm just going to be patient and wait for you to finish whatever it is you enjoy doing so much in this room. Please take your time.
Well, it was annoying you. But fine. I'll get out of it.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office. Here's the door, just go.
Huh. Because I don't like being down? No, I know there is a way downstairs. I know.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, I wanted to try something that I think I never tried before, actually, in a real game. We have to do it on the other one.
Aha! You've made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. Welcome! You see, back when the Stanley Parable first launched in 2013, getting to the bottom of the mind control facility was a bug that we simply didn't catch during development. And you all sent us lots of photos of it on Twitter and acted very...
I thought you had to turn on the lights
about
before
it.
this first.
And you're all very, very clever. Good for you. Anyway, when it came time to update the game, we knew that we had to do something about this little goof of ours. So, here you go. New content. You can call it the bottom of the mind control room ending, if that enhances your perception of the value of these updates. Isn't that what you crave? New content?
Yeah, I crave new content. More.
And I'm here to give it to you. I'm here to make it seem like we
The
really
bottom ending.
covered every nook and cranny of the game, with secrets and Easter eggs. How about this? We wrote a new piece of music.
Can you
just
turn on the lights at least? I don't see anything.
You won't hear it anywhere else in the game. It's a secret that's just for you. That's how special you are. We call this track, Good Job You've Made It to the Bottom of the Mind Control Facility. Well done.
Good job, you did it. Good job. 3, 2, 1. Good job, you made it to the bottom of the mind control facility. You jumped on the catwalk.
Can you turn on the lights? I don't see anything.
Careful. It used to be a bug, but now it's an ending. Now it's an ending.
I have to say it's a banger.
I believe in you. I believe in your ability to cross this barrier and chase your dreams. But railings don't mean
Yeah,
anything.
10 out of 10.
Good job, you did it.
No, and stay quiet down there.
Good job, you did it.
I'm not the one playing music.
Did it. Good job, you 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 did it.
I love the one playing music down here.
You did it. Good job, you did it.
Or was it with lights on? I got a different ending. Huh?
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the
Oh, that
door
would be the
with-
perfect one for speedrunning. That would be the perfect one for
This
speedrunning.
was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Oh,
and
that
Stanley
is the one
knew
you
it
need for
perfectly
speedrunning, they say.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee
Because that is
lounge
shorter to...
just to admire it.
Oh,
Stanley felt
that's the one.
lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, giddy in a way he had never known before. Was it this room? A connection
F.
between the two?
Yeah, it took me a while to realize, so I don't think I would be... Yeah, next time.
Truly, truly, deeply, madly, love.
And are you gonna say Stanley's in love in the room? You know, I could...
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all
Okay, yeah,
the
it's the same dialogue.
co-workers have
Newsweek's
mysteriously
arms are
vanished,
heavy already.
but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left. And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
You could keep resetting for speedrunning, but like I do think I do that more to the end of the
Stanley
game.
didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now, in order to get back, he needed to go
I forgot to get the Stanley Parable 2 one.
Here it's left. Oh no, it's to the right. My mistake. No, not.
Which right then?
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly. Oh dear. Which
Is that the same one over and over again? I forgot.
No, let's see. We went down right, left,
Right,
down,
left.
right. Yep. Okay. Yes, I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Seems the same again, yeah.
No.
Okay, I won't see anything.
You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick,
Good
Stanley,
question.
close your eyes.
I'm closing my eyes.
Okay. We just have to get back to.
Oh, that is this office there. 427.
Kidding. It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay. From the top.
I don't think you need to not jump off or always jump off.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Did I miss a memo? I don't think I miss a memo. Let's start over and find a proper end.
I can't wait to tell this story to my co-workers, Stanley thought. How amusing they'll find it. Oh, won't we all just laugh and laugh at the time I thought everyone had gone missing. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
What happened here? I like the liar by your son. Well, what happened here in this office?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well.
I don't know
Perhaps he
perfectly
wanted to
well.
stop
Wasn't
by
it
the
evil?
employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Did
The lounge
you
was
say it?
grand, majestic, perhaps too majestic, like a combination of a much smaller version and a much larger version of this exact room. It all made Stanley uncomfortable, and he started to bleed a little. This made him smile. At last, proof that he was human. But eager to get back to business,
Oh,
Stanley
random
took the
encounters.
first
Oh,
open door on
I
his
don't think
left.
I've heard that song one.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've got
Pretty sure you could fall on the truck.
I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult.
Oh, the line is gold.
The story has been about nothing but you.
Oh, there are two, I prefer one over the other. Oh, really?
There's someone you've been neglecting.
You see, the line is gold.
Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
I never noticed until now.
This is it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself. To put your work aside. To let her back into your life. She's been waiting. That's her, Stanley. You need... Oh, no, you can't... Did you just unplug the phone?
Yes.
Now, that wasn't supposed to be a choice. How did you do that? You actually chose incorrectly? I didn't even know that was possible.
I want to quiet it in my life.
Check. No, definitely.
Quiet.
Thursday,
Calm.
Stanley picks up the phone. He's taken to his apartment where he finds his wife, and the two pledge themselves to one another. Music comes in, fade to white, roll credits.
I have a wife?
Picking up the phone is actually somehow an incorrect course of action. How is that even possible? None of these decisions were supposed to mean anything. I don't understand. How on earth are you making meaningful choices? What did you... Wait a second. Did I just see... No.
I don't know. What do you see?
I can't believe it. How had I not noticed it sooner? You're not Stanley. You're a real person.
I'm caught. Guys, he caught me, huh?
I can't believe I was so mistaken. This is why you've been able to make correct and incorrect choices.
Guys, I'm
And
caught.
I think I've been letting you run around in this game for so long. If you'd made any more wrong choices, you might have negated it entirely. It's as though you've completely ignored even the most basic safety protocol for real-world decision-making.
I don't have to
Or
make
did you not
decisions in the real
grasp
world.
the severity of the situation?
No, I
I
don't.
don't have that kind of risk on my watch. I'm going to stop the game for a moment so we can educate you properly on safe decision-making in the real world. Please observe this helpful instructional video.
No, I don't want to learn.
Choice. It's the best part of being a real person. But if used incorrectly, can also be the most dangerous. For example, in this scenario, a hypothetical real person named Rupert has a choice. He could invent a machine that eliminates food shortages across the world to make life better
Toch
for
van de
all
narrator,
people.
yeah.
Or he could spend years of hard work forgetting how to read. Which choice would you make?
Forgetting how to read because I can't read anyways
the
already.
real world makes sense, and at no time should you make a choice that does not conform to rational logic. If you
Fish.
find yourself speaking with a person who does not make sense, in all likelihood, that person is not real.
I am
Allow
not
the
real.
person to finish their thought, then provide an excuse why you cannot continue talking.
Hey, if a
Turn
person
to
that doesn't
partner
make
and
sense
practice
is
saying,
not real,
"My
then
goodness,
I am not real
is
because
it
99% of the time
I'm
I don't
supposed
make
to be
sense.
Having a back, sack, and crack.
What the practice? My goodness is 4.
Excellent. Making choices on a regular basis is the best part to a healthy decision.
What did I need to practice? Good bockles, it is 4:30 and
recommend making at least 8 choices per day. Do you make more than 8? Less? And finally, if you begin to wonder if your choices are actually meaningful and whether you'll ever make a significant
No, I don't.
contribution to the world,
I'm a streamer.
just remember that in the vast infiniteness of space, your thoughts and problems are materially insignificant.
Yeah, I'm a
and the
streamer on
feeling should
Twitch.
subside.
You know, my choices
At
do
this
not
time,
matter.
Your instructor will guide you in an exercise to test and reinforce the material covered in this video.
I didn't learn anything of this.
Ah, welcome back. You may have noticed that this room has begun to deteriorate as a result of narrative contradiction. But not to worry. Now that you're properly informed on
I didn't listen at all.
making, we're going to revisit a choice you made just a few minutes ago and see what the correct thing to do would have been. This way, please.
You know, I didn't listen at all. I didn't learn anything. Oh, there are safety things around it.
Now that we know your choices are meaningful, we can't have you jumping off the platform and dying. Imagine the main character dying senselessly halfway through the story. That story would make no sense at all. We just need to get you home as soon as possible before the narrative contradiction gets any worse. Unfortunately, it seems
yeah, the vent is over there on the thing, but like, yeah, it knows what it knows what I'm doing, eh? It knows what I'm doing. It knows me. How far do I have to go? There was not a few minutes ago.
Almost there. You'll take the door on the left, back to the correct ending, the story will have resolution once again, and you'll be home free in the real world. Now remember, all you need to do is behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
You know what?
I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Left. Got it.
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back in the other direction. Perhaps we're not too late. Oh, it's ruined. I can't believe, after everything we talked about, that my story, you've destroyed my work. Why?
Neat.
For what? What did you get out of that? What did you think was so special about seeing the game undone, left here like so much garbage? It's worthless now. And what am I supposed to do? Even if there were a way to continue, would it be worth it? To know that my story is now incorrect? How can I go back to that?
I don't know, it's your story, I'm not the one making it.
I'll have to live with it forever. Reliving its impossibility forever. I couldn't live that way. Is it better to shut the game down entirely? To willingly destroy all of my work? I don't know.
If I wanted to destroy your work, I would have uninstalled you. So...
I have to shut the game down. I have
No.
I have to.
No.
I'm here. I'm still here. Here in this pile of rubbish. With you. You. Who thought you were so clever. Now look where we are. My entire game is destroyed.
And you tried to destroy it.
It was the only thing in the world that was mine, and you've run it into the ground. What, did you think that would be funny? You just had to see. Didn't I impress upon you how important it was to be like Stanley?
No, you didn't.
He actually knows how to do what I tell him to. He understands that if I say to do something, there's a damn good reason for it.
Oh, is it?
That thought hadn't even occurred to
No.
you, had it?
No.
That there's a world outside of you?
No.
You're a child.
Hey, I have the mental capacity of a child.
My story.
Wasn't the event normally for like the tape ending?
You would have seen it. There was a whole underground facility. You would have destroyed it and been victorious. It would have been so perfect. I worked so hard on it. I tried so hard to make... behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task. Just follow my lead and you'll be fine. All right. When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
No comment anymore?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. Behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first. I'm quite sure you'll be up to the task.
You never listen, man, narrator. You never learn.
Right. When Stanley came to a set of 2
He's
open
not
doors,
learning.
he entered the door on his
Ik heb het in
left.
het aan doen. Did I go here in too quickly or?
No! Why did you do that? Quickly, hurry back. behave exactly as Stanley would. That means choosing responsibly and always putting the story first.
Fine, I'll be responsible. I don't act like a child. Fine, and I'll behave, and I'll go left.
He entered the door on his left.
Wasn't this broken down either way?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
I have been trapped.
In a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Let me in! Let me in! Goddammit.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'm not allowed to make a bad choice. Wait, like that. I'm not allowed to make any other choices.
Stepping inside his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this, until he saw the door with a voice receiver next to it. Surely behind this door lay all the answers to his questions. And beyond all probability,
Getting doxed.
he knew the passcode. He had seen it on his boss's computer just last week. Nightshark 115. Was this the code to open the door? Would it still...
Nightshark 115.
One way to find out. Stanley had been trained never to speak up, but now he would draw from within himself the courage to face the unknown. He drew a sharp breath and then spoke the code.
Nightshark 115. Nightshark 115.
Stanley spoke the code. Nightshark 115. He spoke it into the receiver, right there on the wall.
Nightshark 115. Keep jumping, don't need to jump on the left side. There is a small place to stand and listen to Venom. What's the way to stand it
You
to?
didn't
Really?
hear me, did you? Please speak the code into the receiver. Otherwise, we can't get on with the story. This is a crucial step.
I told you the story. Nightshark 115.
Okay, fine. You're not going to do it. But you know what? It's pretty humiliating to bring you this far, only for you to suddenly decide you have better things to do.
Ja, always have better
I'm
things to do.
asking for this one single thing, for your respect. The kind of respect Stanley shows for his choices. He knows what it means to take
Blah,
a
blah,
story
blah,
seriously.
blah,
If you didn't
blah,
receive
blah,
it,
blah, blah.
Then why did you come here? You had a choice, you know. You could have gone through the door on the right. You could have done whatever the hell you wanted over there. Why did you come this way? Speak. Say something to me. Explain yourself, you coward. You... When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Zie je mondbaan.
Stanley? Hello? Are you... Is everything okay? Stanley, please. I need you to make a choice. I need you to walk through the door. Are you listening to me? Can you hear me? Is everything all right?
Well, let's start over and find the proper end.
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along.
Ja,
I got
peace,
what I
kant.
wanted.
Yeah, that ending is sad. That ending is really sad. Like, if you look into it, like, that ending is like one of the sadder endings in this game.
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly.
I knew it perfectly well.
Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. And here it was, the lounge. What a room, Stanley thought to himself. What a room, what a room.
Yeah, that's true, you got the credit.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
You said straight, right?
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired.
You like milk? You want milk? I have milk. Was it in this? There was not in this, right?
Stanley had now gotten himself so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun from so far off the beaten path that it seemed the office had begun
Calm, quiet.
from so far off. You didn't think I was actually just a recording, did you? What a silly and trite explanation that would be. All the back and forth between you and me, all the absurd adventures we've been through, and it all turns out I'm just a tape recording? It was all just in Stanley's head. I bet that's the kind of twist you think is revelatory. I bet each and every time you watch a movie where it turns out all to be in the main character's imagination, you must absolutely bolt off the couch in pure shock at the phenomenal...
I think it's in a museum somewhere, because like I can remember the elevator.
To be you. Life being an unending waterfall of surprises and delights. How much more exciting you must find the world than the rest of us do. Now I've become sad. Look what you've done to me. This is all your fault.
Speedrunning! Speedrunning!
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Speedrunning! Even shorter thing!
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief,
En de boekkast is
Stanley
broken
decided
up.
to go up to his boss's office.
Ja, maar hier
Coming
he
to a
doesn't want to
staircase,
open the door
Stanley
quickly,
walked
right?
upstairs to his boss's office.
Oh, he's already open it.
Here's the door, just go.
Go, 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 go!
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read
Mind Control Facility.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with...
Yeah, I don't care.
What horrible secret did this...
We don't care.
hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out? Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them...
We're at 1 minute 40 roughly, or 1 minute 20 I mean.
Where
Which will now be 1 minute 30, 40.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been
Yeah,
under
4 minutes,
someone's
22
control
seconds.
all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's
We've been over 2
control?
minutes.
Never. It was unthinkable.
Or
Wasn't
over 2
it?
minute 10.
Was it even
But
possible?
like 5 seconds
Had he truly
off.
spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions.
Yeah, I will get the new content soon, or try to
Or
get the new
sad,
content.
Or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided...
I'm pretty sure there was something with an elevator, so I think it's nearly near the museum. The long door.
And a rising chill of uncertainty. Was it over?
And you need a set amount of endings. Oh.
Yes. He had won. He had defeated the machine. Unshackled himself from someone else's command. Freedom was mere moments away. And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved. Where had his co-workers gone? How had he been...
Oh, there's a sign up here with the new content, just follow the arrow. Oh. How many endings do I need? Then, hopefully.
But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized...
This door takes too long to open.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness. Perhaps his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or
This door like takes literally
whatever
1 minute
life he lives,
open.
it will be his.
I don't know if I'm gonna get it because this door takes too long to open. Jesus.
It was perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Come on.
Stanley
I got it!
felt
Ah!
ease upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility.
I think there was like 10 seconds.
Before him.
I think there was
This
like 10, 5
exactly
seconds
the way,
off.
Right now,
To be honest.
that things were meant to happen.
I think you need to do the few times, you know, the normal route, so that he directly opens the door, and you need the short hallway, because otherwise I think it's impossible to do. Do I need to sit through an ending to get the ending? Because I know one ending we could do. You know, I know one ending we could do. Just stay in the office for like a few minutes. Don't you like the... Oh.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision? What if a crucial outcome fell under his responsibility? He had never been trained for that. No. This couldn't go anywhere except badly.
I thought you had to
The
sit
thing
still
now,
for like a
Stanley
few
thought to
minutes.
himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy.
Happy.
Stanley waited.
Happy.
Hours passed.
Happy.
Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer.
I'm
Now it's
happy.
even closer.
Happy.
Here it comes.
Happy. Huh.
All of his co-workers were gone.
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I didn't miss a memo. What's this? Hello?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I only remember this elevator from the new content. I didn't know how to unlock it. I only remember this elevator out.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers.
This is why I thought, you know.
After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers.
This is what I thought the museum.
The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable,
More.
delighting audiences the world over. Please, step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
More.
This sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content. Okay, so far it's an elevator. Nothing
You know,
special yet,
more
but
game.
I'm sure it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure.
Do I need...
Is it broken? What's going
Oh.
on here? Should we be moving somewhere or... oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more...
New content after the speedrun. GD, you know, I'm proven to be a good...
I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
Do we want the content? Do we want it? Do we want? We want the content. The jump.
All right, let's see. It's the jump circle.
Look, I can jump.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content.
Yeah, I know.
There has to be something else, right?
Do I, like... Was it 36 through the whole game?
Stanley, I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box.
I don't want to hear you count to 30 trillion.
Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000
No. I don't want to hear you count to 30 trillion. No.
Very good. Yes. I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is. That's it? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You see, Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fan base rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable.
Imagine every time someone gets here in the narrator, they get like a tweet.
Content, I'm afraid. It could never have lived up to such expectations. If you're still with me, why don't we just reset the game and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
That will be funny. Will be really funny. But instead, let's start over and... find the proper end?
Psst. Stanley, come over here.
Yeah, wait a minute.
In the vent. I want to show you something.
Okay, fine. Creepy man in the vent, you know, that's definitely not gonna hurt me. Which achievements did I got from the Stanley Parable, actually? I think besides you had not played for 10 years and like a whole Tuesday.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned
Yeah,
out?
that's really unsatisfying.
But it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it.
My game is lagging.
Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone. It's where
My
I've
game
been
is
storing
like
all
Jesus.
my favorite memories. So I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley, doesn't the Memory Zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember
I
back
don't
in
know.
October of 2013, when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant something. Oh, the waste.
Do you think games have gotten better or worse over the years? Depends which games though. COD, like Call of Duty, they got them worse. Go outside and play for 5 years. Yeah, indie games have gotten better over time. Guys, go outside, touch grass. No, we're not doing that here. We're not touching grass. Oh, that ending. I wanted to look at the views.
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism. 10 out of 10 from...
I do you review a game like the Stanley Parable.
James Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote...
How much I do they
games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art. Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created. Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now. A lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
How do you review the game like the Stanley Parable? Describe any one part of its risk to ruination, the detail what to say about the game design, illusion of choice, the psychology of the gamer is to tell you too much. Yeah, a real sad moment. Comparison to are going to be wonderful in They Quit. Perhaps its closest cousin would be Dear Esther, but where Dear Esther is the form of interactive entertainment, Stanley Parable uses and subverts it. Where so many games that aspire to be more games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives. And this succeeds to be every game ever created, and even so holding the game standards of any other title is simply not going to be correct. So how do you review what has become to the Stanley Parable HD? The full-scale reimagination, one of the most intriguing mods available online. I discuss it, analyze, and recommend this. That's quite simple. You don't. Ken Prijs, fantastic Kate. What's this? You know, the good old two choices, the start of the game. Minecraft. I forgot there was a Minecraft ending in this. Well, as I said, let's start over and find the proper end. Hello.
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a richly stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was perfect. It didn't need anything else. It didn't need new content. It just needed to be left alone.
You know, a 9 out of 10 narrator is not perfect. I know there is a Rocket Ball ending, like Rocket League. The narrator between us, like a 9 out of 10 is not a perfect ending. Or perfect game. I've always been someone who wants to go the wrong way first in games, when I sense that the game is trying to usher me down a particular path, to get me to run from left to right, and maybe to change straight ahead. I need to satisfy my instinct to go against the game, to explore to see what the designers have put back the other way. Sometimes I find a one-up, or collectibles stashed away to reward me with inappropriate behavior. At other times my exploration are rewarded by only crushing disappointment of running up against an invisible wall. Whenever I don't find my action is manifestation of my desire to exact some independence, to make my own choices within a system that severely limits my option and encourage certain specific behaviors. You know? The Stanley Parable feels alive. It's responsive to your choices, and the desire to subvert your expectation, keep you on your toes. I think of the Stanley Parable as a sort of video game analog for Charlie Kaufman and Spike Jonze film adaptation, which generally mocked the ways in which for many film manipulated audience were formulaic plot twists and situations where characters learn huge life lessons. Now, substantially moving with this formulaic plot twists and situations in which characters learned huge life lessons. The Stanley Parable is both a rich, stimulating commentary on nature of choice in the game and in other senses too, like our workplace and our families, and a game that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices I've ever been confronted with in a game. Going the wrong way has never felt so right. Did it now? Did it? How do I get that way?
These were simpler times, Stanley.
Today.
But I wouldn't give to go back, to have it all over again. Wait, hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's this? What's down here? Oh no. Oh God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor. I haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here. Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
I don't think they were.
Honestly, I could not be bothered to play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could write up a handful of gags to insert into the Stanley Parable.
Funny!
Such a densely layered web of profound philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Funny? I can drink this one. Why can't I read the Steam reviews?
Okay, let's see what this one says. While the idea for the game is good,
It was very repetitive and
non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley? I'm not preachy, am I? Tell me if I'm preachy. Honestly, you can.
Is he preachy?
This is actually
20-30% of newer games
I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse to begin with. You can't know how much fluff I cut from the game to get it
Unfunny?
Well, I always thought it did, but maybe it wasn't.
Well, the idea for the game is...
Yeah. What an awful memory to have to hold on to. These black marks are my otherwise unimpeachable track record. I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley Parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered.
Well, the idea for the game is good because very repetitive and boring. Fast, despite all the alternative endings and game camera appearances, this game is titled thought-provoking. Which will you get the idea it tries to communicate pretty fast, and then it's just repeating the whole no choice in games thing over and over again. For somebody who prefers non-linear games, the preachiness gets annoying fast, and it's neither revelation nor very interesting. It's thought-provoking only in the first minute. But like, did you kill Zark or something that he's not here today? And see, Aurora, I told you I didn't need to put like a timeout on like the spin the wheel thing, you know, because like Zark is not here today. And you can do now that, spend that times. Your fault, Very Elise. It's funny how it lands more on viewer choice than any of the other outfits. Very Elise, no belly. Huh. Ha. My thing wants to load. My thing doesn't want to load. I guess we're going with belly. Very Elise with belly. Achoo! Achoo! Oh wait, I didn't trace the things.
What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can catch up with his long-winded explanations of what's happening. I wish there was a skip button. A skip button? Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment, surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley Parable. That's my motto today, and it's always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of... Well there, sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your... Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes?
Not long enough.
Stanley, please don't push the button again. It's been 12
What
hours.
do you say? Do you say?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting...
I can't hear you about pressing the button.
Stanley, you're back. You're back. Oh my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks. I've been sitting here all that time. Just sitting here. Not a single person to speak with. And you'd think that that's just how it's always been, right? Me talking and you saying nothing. Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome.
Hi.
I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been through. I've had so much time, I stopped keeping track after a year. Have you ever sat down in one place and not moved for one entire year?
Yes.
Let me describe it for you. To begin with, there is...
He is fine. The narrator is fine. You know, he's
But they
fine.
didn't understand the game was never meant to be funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth and said, entertain us. It wasn't enough. They had to leave a pathetic little thumbs down review
should we
and
skip,
make all of their
you know,
pitiful
to leave
demands.
him
But then,
rumble on
he's talking
for a
too
bit?
much, they said. First, he didn't entertain us, now he won't shut up. It's the inconsistency, it's the lack of accountability.
Achoo.
It's the...
You were fine.
The end is never the end.
The end is
end is never the end is never the end is never the end.
End is never the end, 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 is never. Don't you think he would be dead by now? With how much I've been skipping? I think the building is deteriorating. So, speaking it hard. Is this the light? Mom, is that you? God? Oh wait, I'm a goddess. I'm a goddess. Eh. I do see like a tree down out there. I do have the goddess of reproduction, so you went outside. Oh, I touched grass. No, no. Where's my green? I went outside, I touched green and I'm dead. See, that what happened. I touched grass and I'm dead. Is this the afterlife? Is this purgatory? Is this purgatory for what I did in my life? I'm pretty sure the narrator's not the only one I killed. He gave me a skip button that I used.
Good morning. Thank you for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation. We are confirming your shipment of 1,327 cardboard boxes to your place of work. Can you verify that this is correct? Excellent. Your order will arrive shortly. Thank you again for contacting the Future Happiness Foundation.
Is there no narrator now?
Oh, good. You notice my sign. Yes, I have something very exciting to show you.
It was a flashy neon sign, and I'm a sucker for neon signs. See, he was not gone, he was just busy building the Stanley Parable too. You know? I mean, how many endings are there in the game actually? There's so many endings. Yeah, 27 or something. And then think about with the bucket, huh?
You see, Stanley, I've been reflecting on the Stanley Parable.
Have you now?
About how roundly disappointing this ultra deluxe version has turned out to be. The original Stanley Parable was a landmark, and any new content for it should live up to that legacy. So forget this ultra deluxe nonsense. I say we take it one step even further. Which is why I'm very proud to announce for the first time ever, the Stanley Parable 2.
Investor showcase.
Yes, you see, isn't this far superior to a measly re-release with a few minor additions? Think of all the new territory we'll cover with a fully fledged sequel. An entirely new experience, built from the ground up. Why, there are so many possibilities. It could go in so many different directions.
They are back 2 doors.
This is what fans have truly been asking for.
You know, I like this one, I think, a bit more. Or that one. The Stanley Parable 2, now with extra firms.
Down what exactly the Stanley Parable 2 is going to be, but let's take a look at some of the features I've been developing for it. I figure that if I can
took the red marker,
a handful of interesting concepts, that surely the game will sort of
Scrum, design page, break, pitch design, number 2 chat.
Out. Game development is much more of a fuzzy magic than anything scientific or logical, really.
Well, it is still a logical thing, but we tried to make it, you know, possible and magic. What? Hello? Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Stanley Parable.
Go on, try out some of the new features. For the Stanley Parable 2, I asked myself, what do players really want? And of course, the first and most obvious answer is that they want to be individually recognized and validated as people. So with that in mind, my first addition to the game is this button which speaks the name of the person playing the game. Isn't that wonderful?
Jim.
Sorry, I should have clarified. Right now, the button only says the name.
Hi guys, I'm Jim. Hi guys, I'm
In
Jim.
the final game, this button will say your name, whatever name that is. Here, let's have you role play as Jim to really simulate the full experience of this feature. Just play along. I promise you'll love it. Okay, here we go. Let's take a deep breath.
Okay.
Clear your
I'm
mind.
Jim. I'm not Elise. I'm not Prego Elise. No, I'm Jim. I'm not the Divine Goddess of Reproduction with the big tits. No,
I
I'm
want
Jim.
you to imagine yourself living
I'm
with
Jim. Let's all do it together. I'm Jim. We're Jim.
Falling in love and being heartbroken as Jim. Seizing all of the world's possibilities as Jim. And as Jim, watching your dreams crumble into dust. Do you feel
When you're not Jim in the Stanley
are you
Parable
feeling
2.
truly Jim right now? If so, then please step
You know,
forward
when you're
and
not Jim in the Stanley Parable 2.
Jim.
Yes! You see? What a thrill! What a rush! That was you! The button described you. Do it again. Do it again.
Jim.
Oh, it hits even harder the second time. If this were the only new feature in the Stanley Parable 2, it would
I'm not
still
Jim,
be
so I
worth
want to
the
buy
money.
it then.
Let's take a break from the Jim button. I'm too emotionally drained from all of this personal... Whoa there, cowboy. Sometimes a person can be too much Jim. I'm putting the Jim button away. Otherwise...
No, give it back.
All sense of who you actually
Give
are.
it back.
Jim.
You took my burden away. You took my burden away, Aurora. Zet fun. Giel zet van.
I suppose I could allow only people named Jim to play the Stanley Parable 2. That would actually save me the work of finishing this feature.
The epilogue. Oh, this is the way out.
No. Fun, wouldn't it, Stanley? Yes. We'll go at the end of the... well, we'll figure that out later.
Red is the new orange. The baby is all grown up. Oh yeah, the baby ending.
You know what, Stanley? I actually think the jump circle was a pretty good idea. I'd like to hang on to that for the sequel.
I want my jumps back.
You see that small vent on the floor? Have you ever heard of Among Us, Gregory? You need to vent. I know it will be hard for you to be sus, but I know you can do it, Gregory.
Now, here's something special. You remember that broken test achievement that got left in the game on accident? Well, I'm developing a technology to simply give you the achievement. Yes. You see, you'll come to... Okay, perhaps I should have clarified. This is technology that will exist. Right now, the achievement is still fully broken. I'm not a wizard, Stan.
Exotic
but I guarantee
butters.
it will be fixed in the sequel to at last satisfy the hordes of ravenous fans all over the world who have been uproariously demanding this feature. Gamers, we hear you, and I promise it will happen.
I know I want my achievement now. I don't want to wait until the prequel. Imagine waiting for the prequel.
What else? What other exhibits haven't we seen yet?
You got Milky? Nice. I want my bucket. Where's my bucket? Oh, no.
Okay, I'll be honest, I haven't yet decided on this one. I think that in the new version, the office could use a bit of decoration, like balloons. But I'm undecided on Get Well Someday and Happy 12th Birthday. Which would you go with?
Which one would we go with? Blue or white? I think white, eh? Blue?
You know, sometimes when you solicit another person's opinion, it makes you realize that you knew which one you actually really wanted all along. Get well, someday it is. Or actually, maybe I should have gone with... No, I've made my decision, we're moving on.
The collectibles?
Ah, collectibles. Now it's a real video.
We got scammed daarvoor, did you see that?
Parable 2, you'll run around gathering up these miniature Stanley figurines. And what's truly innovative is that there will be no reward for collecting all of them. I don't want to stifle the intrinsic joy of watching a number go up. You simply collect all of them, and then you move the hell on with your unremarked.
Yeah, we got scammed.
God, it really is the worst when you collect everything in a video game and then they give you a big fancy reward. Calling it the Stanley Parable 2 is just so much catchier than Ultra Deluxe, don't you think?
That is so.
Ultra Deluxe? What does it even mean? But the Stanley Parable 2, now that's an artistic statement right there. It's future-oriented. It screams progress and innovation and long-term franchising. But a common complaint of the Stanley Parable was that it was confusing and paradoxical, that it engendered a chaotic sense of reckless despair in those who played it.
This time, guys and girls, for the bucket.
After much consideration, I've engineered a clever solution to this fundamental problem with the game. It's the Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket. You see, Stanley, anytime you're home,
Holy bucket.
a sense of calm and ease will fill your mind and your heart. It's true. As long as you hold on to the bucket, the many disorienting contradictions of the Stanley Parable will feel perfectly
bow down before the bucket blood.
Comforting. You may even come to long for the gentle embrace of jarring cognitive dissonance while the bucket is in your arms. And to be honest, it's a much more convenient solution for me than actually redesigning the game to be less uncomfortable. Can you imagine what a pain in the ass that would be?
That'll be a new pain in the ass.
The bucket is the perfect solution. Come on, give it a try.
Okay, Heavy from Team Fortress 2.
Can you feel it? The glow of comfort, even in the face of crushing despair, must already be sweeping through your body. And in fact, can I say that I do believe the bucket lends you an air of charisma as well? I think that just holding it has made you the slightest bit more attractive as a person.
Just slightest? Huh?
The benefits of the bucket seem to go on and on, don't they? All this and more await you in the Stanley Parable 2. Does anyone give out awards for most enjoyable bucket in a video game? That really should be an award if it isn't already.
Hole, yeah. I didn't forget hole. I didn't forget the infinite hole. Wait, is this the infinite hole?
Stanley, here's an idea that I'm truly fond of. It's never been done before in a video game. This is in fact a hole that you can fall down forever. That's right.
Yay, something to do with my life.
You can fall until the end of time if you like. A stunning leap forward for video games is a... You see, isn't it wonderful? One of my more ingenious concoctions, if I do say so. Now then, since you've gotten to see the infinite hole, you can press the teleport button to pop back up to the top, and we can continue onward. Now, I don't mean to be a bummer.
But I want an infinite falling.
Teleport button to go back to the top. Maybe do it on the...
I don't have a teleport button.
Spectrum of things.
Hey, I don't have a teleport bucket, teleport button on my keyboard, so...
Okay, Stanley. I don't know quite how to say this tactfully, but it's possible that I slightly exaggerated the infinite nature of the hole. Is it a very, very deep hole? To be certain it is. It's an extremely...
How deep is it?
I don't want anyone to say that it isn't an astonishingly deep hole. It is. Is it infinite? Well, that sort of depends on your definition of infinity. From one perspective, the infinite is merely philosophical in nature. It's more of a... Okay, well, good for you. You found the bottom of the hole. You found me out, Stanley. I'm a liar and a cheat, and you're so clever. Look, I think the issue here is just that you're unusually fascinated by form.
Yeah, so what?
What normal person actually wants to fall infinitely? I figured the hole was as deep as anyone would actually need. Don't you put this on me. Maybe you're...
No, you're the problem. This is not an infinite hole.
Things got a little...
You're the problem.
There. I think we both said some things we didn't mean. Why don't we just put all this behind us and agree to just call the hole mostly infinite?
No, I'm gonna call it the deeply hole.
You then go ahead and press the teleport button to warp up to the top of the hole and we can move on. I'll just be up here when you're ready. Great. Now, I'm very excited to show you... Oh, for heaven... You see, I was right. The problem is you. The problem is that you like holes too much.
Yeah, maybe I like holes too much. So
A
what?
normal person would have said, yep, that's an infinite hole right there. Goes on forever till the end of time. Don't need to see it all, but not you. Oh, no, 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 no. You have a weird sort of... Oh. Did the hole seem even shorter to you this time?
Yeah, now it's a deep hole.
I feel like you spent a little less time in there than you did before.
Are you gonna...
Admittedly, I didn't make an infinite hole, but I didn't think it was that not infinite. Well, I suppose once again there's nothing to do here. If you decide you've had enough of the hole, you can hit the teleport button and come join me up above. Had enough? I'm positively thrilled. Gosh, how could I have guessed? You're back in the hole. If this starts to become a thing that... Wow. Okay. Yeah.
I forgot that the hole gets filled
I've
up.
become extremely certain that the hole is not only not infinite, but that it's growing steadily less and less infinite.
I forgot that that happened.
I suspect that I'm starting to hit the point where it's no longer feasible to call the hole infinitely deep, even by the lax overall standards for accountability and marketing. What's going on here? Stanley, I have no explanation for the uncertain nature of...
I forgot it until this happened. I just like falling, okay?
Try
Instantly.
something. Let's pop back up to the top, and we'll see if it gets any shorter. Well, there it is. How is this still appealing to you? I know you're obsessed with code.
Ah, headbed.
This depth, I just can't see this scratching the itch. Oh, who am I to judge?
This is like the
You
kids
just
bot.
do whatever it is you're
No, like
doing
this,
to
in the
get
swimming
to
pool, the kids
teleport
bot, you
button.
jump in it and be like, oh, this is low.
Is the teleport button not working?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I really don't have an explanation. It was working just a moment ago. Try it again.
I got scammed. I'm getting scammed.
Still nothing? Well, I suppose there is one thing I can do to fix this. I'm out. Goodbye, Stanley. You couldn't bear to be away from the hole, and now you'll get more time.
Now come back, it's your game.
Ever have asked for. It's a win for everyone. You get to be with the hole. I get to do literally anything else. Take care, Stanley. I hope you and the hole have a wonderful rest of eternity.
So what are we doing now? Do I have to restart the game? Or... You know I'm not good at waiting. Oh. You know I'm not good at waiting. You know. Elise, you wouldn't be surprised if he has HCHD. Why? No, I wonder. I wonder. Bye, cool world. I'm gonna live with the hole in the depths of the darkness down below. Hey, Papyrus, what are you doing here? Wait, I'm going that deep? To Undertale? HD. I meant HD. ADHD. I know what you mean. Yeah, I know. the fuck is this?
My head's stronger. Now you're no longer.
Aw, look at the cute dogs. Cute patootie tokkies er. Cosmic Space. I'm a robot. Now I'm upside down. This is Easter Island. I want to back to the doggies. I like that one more.
Stanley!
What?
Oh good, you're awake. It seems you had sort of dozed off there, drifting away into dreamland. But we can't have that, Stanley, because this hole is just so darn fascinating that I want you to be wide awake.
I was dreaming. I want the doggies back. No, let me dream again.
How about if I just pop in from time to time and wake you up to keep you really, truly focused on the hole?
No.
From the looks of things, you and I will have many, many years here.
Yeah, he took away the doggies.
I'm looking forward to all of them. Stay alert, Stanley. I'll be back. Toodlepip.
Can we go back hole? It's loading again.
Here we are. Go on. Try out some of the new features.
The hole is calling. It's calling to me. The hole is calling again. It's calling to me. It's calling to me. It's pulling me in. It's controlling my keyboard. I'm not doing anything. Have a good night, Aurora. Thank you for dropping by. Until next time. Can you even drop into the hole again? It's closed off. You don't need to be so that you can stick longer. You've been here from the start. So. Like, I really appreciate every minute that you spent here. So, I think we have seen everything. Yep. Besides the Southern World Champion, I guess. Nah, what he said. But have a good night, Aurora. Till next time. Is that like the office again? I forgot.
All right. Have you seen everything you wanted to?
I think I do.
Move on now.
I think I do, narrator. I think. I don't know.
So, Stanley, what do you think? Do you like all of the new features? Yes, I know it's not exactly clear yet how exactly these features will come together as one single coherent video game, but I can feel it in my soul. It's going to work. There's definitely a good game in there somewhere. Say, let's do an experiment.
An
I'll
experiment?
arrange these new features together, and we'll see whether or not it coheres into a meaningful gameplay experience. Okay. Are you ready?
No, I'm not ready.
Here it is. I give you the Stanley Parable 2. Well, I mean, there's potential here, right? It's sort
There
of...
is potential.
Okay, never mind. Hold on. Let me do a different arrangement. Okay, yes, this is much better. I feel good about this. Here we go. Version 2.
So this one is worse.
Who am I kidding, Stanley? This isn't a coherent video game at all. It's a lot of gags. And I do very much enjoy creating gags, but they don't add up to anything. I wanted more than anything to create a sequel that would capture all the magic of the first game. I wanted fans to love it. No matter how good these gags are, they won't stand on their own. They would need the structure and the gameplay of the original. Wait, maybe that's it. I can take the original Stanley Parable and simply, well, insert a few of my new features into it. Tastefully, of course. With respect. With care for the vision and integrity of the original.
Are you gonna do that?
Would it possibly work? I suppose it could. But it would need a really, really tremendous title screen. A title screen that says with bold and uncompromising
Stanley
conviction,
Parable
"This is
does."
the Stanley Parable 2. Let me see if I can whip something up. All right, perfect. Go ahead. Take a look.
Say that is the logo that we need, the new intro. And now I'm wondering what we're gonna do again.
This is the story of a man named Stanley. Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee
Oh, I see
number
balloons.
427. Employee.
We're already here, the story.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Oh yeah, the thousands of boxes that I ordered.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
The good old godly bucket.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left. Still no one was here. Stanley needed the bucket's warmth and comfort now more than ever. Perhaps his boss's office was where he'd find answers. Oh, Stanley, can you feel it?
The broom closet, yes.
It wants the bucket. You can feel that, can't you? The
No.
aura of jealousy
I don't know.
is as clear as day. This broom closet
It's my bucket.
believes it deserves the bucket.
No,
I can really
they already have their own bucket.
It's a bucket. It belongs in a broom
Yeah, but
closet.
look there, they have their own bucket. It's my
That's what I was
bucket.
trying to say here. It's supposed to go with the other cleaning supplies. Good for you, Stanley. Don't give in.
No,
Don't
my bucket.
hand over the bucket.
It's my
I
bucket.
know how hard it must be, given the pressure that the broom closet is putting on your shoulders right now. But you
And
have to
here
be
I was
strong.
thinking broom
This is
closet,
your
that
bucket.
we would be
This is
friends, you
your
know, and
bucket.
annoying the
And
narrator
lifelong friend.
and that sort of stuff.
Can't hand it over. Oh, no. We're getting into name calling now, it seems. Is this how low the broom closet has sunk? That it
Yeah,
has
is
to
this-
resort to this stream of petty insults simply in order to get you to hand over the bucket?
If you insult me, I'm not gonna hand over the broom
I never liked
bucket.
this broom closet for a variety of reasons, but even this is worse than I had imagined. And wait, now the broom closet has the gall to imply that you and the bucket are not truly deep and lasting friends?
Damn.
That your relationship is purely superficial and convenient? That your life is so banal
And here I was
meaningless
thinking the broom
that you
closet and
feel
I
the
were
same
friends,
sort of
you know.
kinship towards
That I
any
came out of the
inanimate
closet,
object which happened to lay in your
that we
path
were
in
both
an
annoying
even
the narrator
partially
together.
embarrassing manner?
No.
Well, I'd never.
No.
Go on, Stanley. Lay into it. Really tell the broom closet off for its demeaning comments.
This is my bucket, you're never
Expand
getting
the
it.
wide variety of experiences you and the bucket have shared together. Go through each of them point by point. Share your journal entries detailing
I
the
guess we
rich
just started.
emotional
We walked into the
landscape of your
office,
feelings for the bucket.
through the meeting
They've
room.
changed and evolved over the years. Let him have it.
So we did, that's all we did.
Okay, I've got you something which I think will help settle this debate once and for all. Here we go.
Property of Stanley, my...
Now it's settled. No more debate.
See?
No more discussion.
See, it's
Take
my
out
bucket.
that broom closet with all your meandering philosophical diatribes about the nature of cleaning supplies
Nee, dat was
and their
tegen ons, friend.
relationship to broom closets in the natural order of things.
That's actually dead on Bron. That was like another sticker, right?
All right, I've got a second sticker back here, and I'm going to slap it on as well because I think it's appropriate. You see? I feel that it works because the sticker is also a bucket.
And now it's my infinite bucket.
If you're ever unsure whether the thing you're holding is a bucket or not, you can look down at this sticker and say to yourself, it's a bucket.
It's a bucket.
Variety of applications for this sticker.
It's a bucket? You have more stickers?
You know what? I could take the name-calling and the dismissal of your kinship with the bucket, but now the broom closet is just giving us the silent treatment. And to be honest, I'm sick of the pettiness on display. You can stay here all you like, but I've had it with this impetulant room of cleaning supplies. Easily the most childish such room I've ever been in. I'll see you outside, and we can get on with the story about you and your bucket.
Is het outside daar oké, Narrartor?
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
What's that like?
You found one of them. One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So,
you don't buy the right things.
Savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Huh. Is the elevator no different? Okay.
Stepping in.
Go I down back? Doesn't that work with the bucket? That ending? Can I walk all the way back? I can walk all the way back. Apparently we're going downstairs. Then I break the game. Did I? Oh. Input received. I think we have to start over and find the proper end.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Meeting today, Figurine Finders Committee in the meeting room. Huh, I guess we're going to the meeting room.
Stanley lifted the bucket into his arms, and a wave of comfort rushed over him. Stanley clung the bucket to his cheek. Could his co-workers really all be gone?
Damn it. Damn it. I guess we're going to the meeting room because there is like an, figurine collective meeting.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
How can we find them? Bottom text. Maybe we are the collectibles? To whomever it may concern. I managed to pick up sounds unusual to our rare, like your office ambience or local studio surroundings using the array of cardioid microphones, also known as directional mic, a microphone where it picks up sound. Analytics of the corner show me the triangulated source of the strange noise. Data show that it in all likelihood is coming from a dark area behind a very warm place. I also picked up what looks like to be a remnants of a portable surface. Anyone have loot on this? Wouldn't you like to know? Waterhouse ages plan. A large room, lot of boxes. That would be the warehouse. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere about red and blue, nearby a fireplace. Nearby a fireplace, I don't know. Somewhere blue and red, I do know it's the right way. Stairs, something to do with the stairs. That should be down, right? And a large area, a lot of boxes. That should... I took pictures of them.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because
I think you have more stickers.
If I did, you can guarantee we be in here for hours. But alas, no stickers.
Fine.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Yes, the stairs.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, you know, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? Or what about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your
I find mini stands a better name. You know.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that
No
risk?
different ending with the
All
bucket.
because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then, something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe...
I am crazy!
He looked down at the bucket.
No, say it together, you know, all in unison. I am crazy and I am proud.
That's strange, Stanley thought.
That is a different
Usually
ending.
the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar reassurance and comfort. And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's bucket, perhaps. How did I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good would come.
Where's my
from this.
bucket?
Who knows what sorts of bizarre hallucinations Stanley might experience without the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket. And indeed, now he noticed that the rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad. Where is it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
My bucket!
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
I will get your bucket.
Bucket! Could it truly be? He rushed forward from room to room, passing by one bucket after the next. None of them were his. None of them were his special bucket. Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
I will find your bucket.
He had to find the bucket. He had to return.
I will find you and I will save you.
The only way to truly restore his sanity. And then suddenly, he froze dead in his tracks. He knew where the voice of the bucket had been coming from. The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
I guess we blacked out. Oh no, I am a bucket!
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad.
That happens if you don't have a bucket.
Describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion.
Indeed, free will is an illusion.
Video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd
taken a bucket with him. No one's got damn bucket.
He'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. there were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity.
I'm gonna take a bucket with me tomorrow to volunteers work.
She thought to herself, my life kicks ass, and she backflipped all the way to work.
Even backflip to work. Oh, this one.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference. Nor did it.
I did. I got the whiteboard ending. Don't you see that? I should take the bucket with me, do I? Yeah, I'll take the bucket with me.
The confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Well, no, never mind.
The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
Don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines.
And that is?
And now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley?
Call them just
what
mini
name
Stanleys.
better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small number in the corner of your screen go up by 1? Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me. But Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to the separation of himself and the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to his death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply touching. All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
He threw himself to his death. How touching.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his... This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this... No,
never mind. The bucket was wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No,
said the bucket.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Good,
said the bucket.
Now ride the lift all the way to the top. There's something up there I need you to do.
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced, but Stanley feared that any path he walked might lead to...
Oh, hi, Zark. I didn't saw it.
...from the bucket, his dearest friend. So he threw himself to
his
death, that they might die in one another's arms. How deeply...
Je came in the right moment, hè, Zark? Mesmerizer, Elise. You came in... Life's fun. Life's fun. Throws myself off the cargo lift. Throws myself off the cargo lift. Life's fun. You... And did I have some release to that? Like... Yeah, I did. But welcome to the Stanley Parable. You've already missed quite a bit, but like, you know, I hope you know what the Stanley Parable is.
All his co-workers were gone.
I hope.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply...
Why is mine look bad? I don't know. I mean, last stream you hit it like 3 times the luck. Yeah, 3 times fewer choices. Even if it's like 30%.
Stanley picked up the bucket and smiled. He'd never be alone again. Not truly alone. Not with the bucket around. Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge...
So, but why is your luck bad? What is the situation here? I got Nelly. In? Like, Stanley Zero,
turned out to be correct.
Oncasario, Jensen Impact.
The bucket was wrong.
Or...
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
No.
Said
Belly. Oh, got no, got belly.
Go to the meeting room.
Hey, it's gambling.
Cargo lift, yes.
I told
Go
you. You
there.
can also do the 200 one that you can pick my outfit with or without belly.
There's something up there
So,
I need you to do.
I mean, you can do that
Why
too.
or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact. He was firmly convinced that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
So, and you can always try again. I mean, we're gambling, after all. I mean, you can also try to do the 100 again, but like in the end, if you do the 200 one, you're guaranteed to only pay 200. You know, if you do the 100 again, it can land on belly again, and on belly again, and on belly again, and on belly again. You know, I'm just saying, gambling.
No, stop. Look there on the wall. You see, there's a sign right there. It says, no.
Do I need to do this without the bucket for the figurine?
Stanley, how could you think it was okay to bring the bucket here? Unless, what if the
Bye,
problem is
Zark.
that you actually don't know what is a bucket and what isn't a bucket? I suppose that would explain a lot about your behavior up to this point.
I'll take my chances.
If that's true, well, my goodness. I think we have to do something about it. This misunderstanding could have dire consequences on the entire rest of the game.
What are you gonna do about it?
Quickly and properly. So much of the impact of the story is dependent on
I'm still here, Stanley. Yeah, I know. What are you gonna do about it? Gonna take another chance, another gamble?
Please, step in here for a moment.
I wanted to get the figurine.
Now then, I'm going to run you through some test scenarios, and you'll tell me whether or not the thing I'm showing
You're
you
not gambling?
is a bucket.
Well, then I have belly. You know, then I have belly.
Everything we'll ever need to know about what is.
If you don't want a belly, then
bucket.
you have to gamble, or not.
Item 1. Is this a bucket?
No, this is not a bucket.
Correct. It is a hologram of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
No.
Item 2. Is this a bucket? Correct. It is a 3D printed recreation of a bucket, not an actual bucket.
There's still a bucket. It was a hologram or a 3D printed bucket.
Item 3. Is this a bucket? Incorrect. This is a bucket.
All the three were a bucket.
Item 4. Is this a bucket?
Yeah, this is a bucket. This is a bucket. This is 100%.
Are you hallucinating? This is a tractor.
No, that is a bucket.
A machine that tills the earth. I thought this was a gimmick. How on earth did you manage to screw it up? Absolutely incredible. Let's just move
I think
on
it's a
to the
bucket.
next one.
He didn't ask me if it's factually a bucket.
Is this a bucket? Correct. This is.
Huh? No. Oh, what for outfit do you want? And I assume without a belly.
Item 6. Is this a bucket?
Like, what for outfit do you want, Stack?
Trick question. Both. Gotcha.
Damn. Christmas vibes.
Item. Wait, hold on. I can't find the next one. Let me see. Should be around here somewhere.
Where's my Christmas outfit? I have not a real question, eh? Like, Zark, are you a Christmas fan?
Yes. Thank you. There's nothing here.
Are you
Of
like a
course it
Christmas
isn't
kid
a
like I
bucket.
am?
We both know full well that nothing isn't a bucket.
Oh.
Wait, when I say nothing isn't a bucket, that makes it sound like I'm saying everything is a bucket, which of course is not true. Unless, is that what you think? Answer me straight, Stanley. Are you trying to tell me that you believe everything is a bucket? You know what? I'm too confused to even sort it out. I've lost all
Ja, everything is
sense
a
of
bucket
perspective.
if you're
What
brave
is
enough.
a bucket? What isn't a bucket? Mere moments ago, I could answer these questions with confidence, and yet now I'm somewhat adrift.
But like, I am a Christmas kid. I do love Christmas. I mean, if it was up to me,
a bucket. Stanley, I can't keep doing this.
you know, if it was me, it would be Christmas all year long. But like, you know,
I'm afraid
people
the
call me
bucket
weird.
is threatening to tear our relationship apart. I can't have that. I'm sorry, but I'm going to erase all buckets from.
No, not my bucket. No.
Here we go.
No. Not my bucket.
What happened? Is everything gone?
Yeah, I told you everything.
Everything disappeared. Wait.
I told you everything was a bucket.
Every single thing in the game was a bucket. Oh my god, I had no idea.
See, I'm trying to tell the truth.
Except me. I'm not a bucket after all. And you, Stanley, you're still here. You're not a bucket either.
I'm pretty sure my booba counts as a bucket.
Wonderful news. We're not buckets. Yes, I actually feel much more.
I'm pretty sure my booba will count as a bucket.
It's delightful to get some clarity on that issue, but it doesn't change the fact that we haven't got a game.
Hey, you could say they're buckets of milk.
I'll
Wink,
reset
wink,
everything.
wink.
We'll put
Okay,
down
I'll shut
all
up
of the
already.
buckets, okay? And we'll know that it's all a bucket. But if you run into anyone else, maybe don't mention that. Who knows what that information might do to a person?
Did you hear it, sir? Everything is a bucket. Oh. I got the short hallway again. That you need for the speedrunning achievement.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
But yeah, technically you could say my booba is indeed a bucket of milk. But
eager to get back to
that
business,
aside,
Stanley took the first open door on his left. Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago. Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. What? Really? I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for
yeah,
others?
I do have zero consideration for others.
That I want something bad to happen to
Yes.
you? Why? I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something beautiful. Look, let me prove it. Let me prove. You're getting close now, Stanley. You've nearly gotten all of the Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll...
I forgot where it has a fireplace.
And then the first
And it will be the
number
boss
will equal
office.
the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different in the sense that we used to have none of them. And now we
I think
have
it will be the boss office.
You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can. Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
There's a trick question, Blue.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door.
Trick question.
I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked... All right, fine. Go ahead, Stanley. You want to know so badly?
Yeah, I want to know what's behind the blue door.
Find out what lies at the end of this...
Yeah, I know. I want to know.
Well, don't let me stop you. You see? There's nothing here.
Oh.
I haven't even finished building this section of the map, because you were never supposed to be here in the first place. Broken rooms, exposed developer textures. Is this what you had wanted? Was it worth ruining the entire story I had written out specifically for you? Do you not think I put a lot of time into that? Because I did. And in the end, it was all for nothing. Because this is what you wanted to see. Help me here, Stanley. Help elucidate these strange and unknown...
Hey, you didn't tell me it was not finished. If you told me at the start it was not finished, then I wouldn't have gone with the red door, you know?
Vehicles?
You know?
Skill trees? Work with me. You give me absolutely nothing
Hey,
so far. Tell you what. Let me take a stab in the dark at a new design, and you can give me some feedback. There we go. A third option. This already feels leaps ahead of where we were before. Go ahead, Stan. Okay, I'm going to stop you there. Now, tell me about your experience with this new version. Would you say that the game benefited from allowing you more choices? Feel free to be honest. I'm looking for some real critical feedback here.
Meh.
Oh, of course. A 3. Really? Maybe next time we can get you to form an actual opinion, you know? Any level of critical thinking or engagement with your surroundings? Does that sound good? Think we can do
No.
that? Yes?
No. Pay me for it.
Here, based on the data from your previous playthrough, I've compiled a new version. And to be perfectly candid, I think I've knocked it out of the park with this one.
Do you?
Let's take a look. Now, would you say that competitive leaderboard helped you feel motivated to keep walking through doors? Again, honest answers, please.
How can you do this in like 4 seconds? %21% of 3. Okay, damn. Bumping into the doors, bumping. Wait, hello? I'm stuck. I guess we start over and find the pop parent. Welcome, Stanley, to heaven. You know, my favorite place for my favorite hobby, pressing random buttons without any random consequences. I'm gonna press them all. Oh, they're lined up again. Can I leave this?
Even now, Stanley's office was a distant memory. What did it look like? There was a computer, perhaps.
The good old bucket. Just Stanley and the bucket. Off on another thrilling adventure together.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Like, the only thing with the fireplace in this game comes to mind is like, you know, the boss's office.
Stanley, we must move on from this broom closet, simply because I have no remaining stick. Coming to a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
Oh, now they do open.
Stepping into his
Well, there's no
manager's
fireplace
office,
here.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Crushed by the weight of this revelation, Stanley may have broken down into an emotional dumpster fire, if not for this. But Stanley guessed the correct code by sheer luck. Was it that the bucket knew all along? Was the bucket guiding him? Yes, this is certainly the most logical explanation.
Where would the fireplace be then? Oh.
And there it is. The last Stiggly Wiggly. Savor this moment, Stanley. This is a real accomplishment. This is doing something just for the sake of doing it.
Is it?
Where so many people expect to be rewarded for the most trivial achievements, you've insisted that a job well done is its own reward. I would tell you that I'm proud of you for collecting them all, but that would be like a reward, and we can't have that. So, instead I'll just say, it's done. We're all done here. And now we can go to whatever the hell you were doing before you hunted for figurines.
I'm pretty sure there's no fireplace there. But, that's me, yeah. That's me. You know. Yeah, that's me.
The elevator raced downward, plummeting towards an unknown fate. It would be all Stanley could do to keep himself together, if not for the bucket. Soothing him, comforting him,
The godly bucket, all praise the bucket.
moment of uncertainty, he would be all right. The bucket is here for you, Stanley. Everything
will be fine.
Stanley and the bucket walked straight ahead through the large door that read, Mind Control Facility. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley and the bucket both wondered to themselves. But just as Stanley was about to proceed further into the mind control facility, he tripped and fell over the railing and into the dark void below.
Whoops.
Thankfully, he fell directly onto the bucket, which safely cushioned his fall. Now, what to do next? Stanley wondered. Stanley and the bucket could find no way out of this enormous pit, and so eventually they decided that the best thing to do would be to simply get comfortable down here. So they set up a little couch and relaxed. It really wasn't so bad down here, a bit cold.
Wasn't really that bad indeed.
After some time had gone by, they installed a few shelves as well, and a sort of kitchenette that was useful for when the bucket was craving paninis. But it wasn't until the rugs and the standing lamps came in that it really started to feel like a home. In fact, after some time, Stanley realized that it had been ages since he had even thought of the mind control facility.
You mean that thing above?
He'd never gotten to fully explore what was up there, never been able to unearth the many mysteries of the mind control facility. This lack of closure began to eat at him. Soon he was dwelling on his regrets, and the state of their home slowly decayed as Stanley became withdrawn and neglected the cleaning. It unsettled the bucket deeply. Stanley wasn't usually like this. The bucket tried to reach out to him again and again, but to no avail. All Stanley could think about, all he could talk about, was
this is
going
actually
back,
sad if you think about it.
Over again, staying on the path. It was a mistake to leave the path. It was a mistake. It was a mistake.
It was a
I
mistake.
need to do what the
mistake.
narrator says. I need to see the true ending. This made no sense at all to the bucket, which was simply trying to live its life down here as comfortably as possible. Yet Stanley was unconsolable. This isn't an ending. This is just a hole in the ground. The bucket sighed. True, it wasn't an ending. But it's where we happen to be. And maybe, possibly, if we accept the reality of things, maybe this will become
an ending eventually. It's the
what
ending.
the bucket was counting on. The two of them waited for a very long time.
You know, it's the friends we made along the way. That's the ending that counts. And we need to do one more ending, because that happens after you collect every Stanley figurine. If the game loads. Because otherwise... no? Oh.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on things. It's those figurines. Those figglers.
Yeah, I just wanted to say.
Thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fill you to the brim with inner richness?
No.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story, but won't you please indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone? I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
Fine. Into the laggy memory zone. And Stanley found the collectibles. He doesn't like it as much anymore.
Here's where it all began. The first collectible. Back then, we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent. We'll never be like that again, Stanley.
It's at 7 out of 6.
And here was a second Stanlerine. You found this one all on your own, just by poking around in the boss's bathroom. You did that, Stanley. I'll be honest. Back then I had no faith in you to find any of them, let alone 6. But you continue to surprise me in all sorts of mundane,
I collected 8 out of 6. What do you think of that? Huh?
Okay, let's do a little quiz. Which of these rooms was the room you found?
The warehouse.
The third mini stand. Can you remember?
Yeah, the warehouse.
No. The warehouse was the 4th place you found a Figanley, not the 3rd. Well, I guess perhaps I shouldn't be surprised. Memories like these are so precious and so cherished that they all just sort of blend together, don't they? You know what? If the warehouse feels like the 3rd place you found a collectible, then who am I to go making judgments?
I'm pretty sure I thought it was the warehouse.
Let's see. What came next? Oh yes, we found a Figley in this pink room. Oh, well, I can't actually say I remember being in this room, but it's here in the memory zone, so it must have happened.
Nobody commenting on that says 10 out of 6? Oh yeah, the red blue door that I have first to do the bucket.
5th mini stand, and this one was really something special. It was by the red and blue doors. I remember it so clearly. In fact, because this one is particularly special to me,
and why is that
I made a
narrator?
video to commemorate the occasion.
Oh god.
Enjoy.
I don't see a bucket in there. It's mini stand number 5. Yeah, we did a good job. Like and subscribe, you know, ring the subscriber bell.
Takes you back, doesn't it? I spent a lot of time making that video, but it was 8 minutes I wouldn't have spent on anything.
8 minutes is not a lot of time making that video. I'm telling you that 8 minutes is not a lot.
And then, Stanley, then we came to the last collectible, the final figurine, right here behind the boss's office. This memory is the most distinct and clear in my mind, perhaps because it was the one that happened more recently than all the others. Who can truly say how the mind works?
I know.
All I know is that this is the moment where you picked up a figure.
I have a lot
and I thought to
of
myself,
interest in
yes,
psychology, so I do know a bit of how the mind can work and some tricks, but that's also partially due to my volunteer work and the work I've done over the past few years. So I do know a bit how the mind works. And I might be a bit too, thanks to, if I have HGH, it might be a bit to that, because I have an interest in psychology, and people, like, human behavior is always something that interested me, so.
And then there was no more, because we've caught up to the present moment. Nothing left to do but move onward into the future. Goodbye, memory zone.
Oh, was that it? I thought he wanted to back, you know.
No, I'm not done. I'm not ready to move on. Stop the loading screen. Isn't there some way we can stay here, keep enjoying these figurines? Let's just go backwards. We'll do the memory zone again from the opposite direction. See how that feels.
Fine.
Okay, yes. The back of the boss's office. I remember this. I must say, of all the figurines we looked at in our initial tour of the memory zone, this one is the most
because it's so recently in your mind, right?
Let's keep going. I want more.
Right.
And here's where I made that video. Don't you remember the video we watched?
Yeah, I don't wanna.
Yes, I love that video.
And the pink room.
Still don't remember the pink room, Stanley. Still no memory of this one. Good room, though. A solid room.
I don't have any memory of this either. I broke the ending.
Stanley, I'm sorry, but I have to put a pause on.
Wait, do I get no more figurines?
It's those figurines. Those figglers. I haven't stopped thinking about them since you nabbed every last one. Wasn't it just the most intrinsically fulfilling moment of your entire life? Didn't it fit?
When walking through the dark areas, please walk directly forward, touching the walls.
Yes, I know we're supposed to be telling a story.
We'll fix ASP, William.
Indulge me with one more trip back to the memory zone.
Sure.
I would love nothing more than to revisit the figurines. Just one more time.
I think I'll otherwise do this next time on stream. Because I don't want to spend another 20 minutes on this. But I'm just simply wondered. Like, I'm simply wondered on one thing. Do I get like now 16 out of 6? Because the joke is you basically collect them all 3 times, so you get like 18 out of 6.
First collectible. Back then we had no idea of how many of them we'd find. Sure, it said 6 right there on the screen, but how could we know for certain? We were so innocent.
Oh, it just...
We'll never be like that again, Stan.
Oh, yeah. That's just like... Okay, it kept track of them. So, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna leave it here because 3 hours, 30 minutes. This was the Stanley Parable. It was, I have to say, it was fun to play through again. And that sort of stuff. So yeah, if you want to see more of this and do want to know who I am. I'm Pego Elise. You got us with reproduction, you Guardian of Identity. Primarily focus on Project Diva on my channel, but also do a lot of other stuff, so I'm technically a variety streamer. I usually stream on Wednesday and Saturday, so if you're interested in that, 7 PM CET. You can also keep an eye on my socials from when I stream, when I go live. The best time zone thing will be in Discord. That can all be found in my link tree down below. And why do I say Discord? Discord have like, you know, the automatic like text rejects thing that like converts it to your time zone, so... Like, if you don't want to convert it yourself, it can, but otherwise, I usually stream on Wednesday or Saturday, 7 PM CET or CEST. And with that, I'm going to say, I'm Pego Elise, you got us with reproduction, you Guardian of Identity, and with that, have a wonderful night, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you in the next stream of upcoming Saturday. Until then, stay safe and bye.